What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here? I had you people try to get a little track lead, not to jump around like a bunch of Kansas City faggots.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with
A
it!
few moments later.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Sports Church. I'm your host, Friar Mini. What is Sports Church? It's we gather together to worship at the altar of competition where grown men and women play with balls, drive around in circles, and then generally beat the shit out of each other. So we cover just about everything, a little bit more on some things than others. Of course, baseball, if you can't tell, the hashtag down there, baseball is the best. Because it is, but Kyle and I, Devil Doc and I are the NBA or MLB. Words are hard. MLB gurus. He covers a lot of college football and college basketball as well. Pops covers all things auto sports. Pookie, when he's here, covers MMA and gambling, and that's pretty much the wrap up. So not a lot going on in the auto sports world right now. Although we did have a race. Did we have a race? Or is it happening now? I don't know. But there's F1 race in Vegas, so I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit. MLB released their awards this week, so we're going to go over and talk about that. Probably a little bit of Shohei talk and argument, which is fun. And who knows what else. First in, first up. He is the only veteran, not only person here who is a veteran. But he's my father, Pops. We call him Pops because he's my Pops. And he's been in the auto racing business for over 50 years. So he knows it up, down, left, right, northeast, west, center, south, whatever. He's got it. So that's his job, is motorsports. And his job is getting a little easier lately. So I'm going to have to dock his pay if he doesn't pick something else up. And pay here is pretty nice. All right, without further ado, Reverend Pops.
I can't wait to get that first check. Anyway.
I know, right? It's going to be a big one.
Oh, well, hey, it was an awesome race last night. It was an awesome show last night. How's that?
Yeah.
The same things happened that we expected to happen, but it was an awesome, great, beautiful setting, to be honest with you. Other than that, it was F1 that you expect to see. Uh, but we'll talk about that later.
Right on, right on. Yeah, I'm actually excited about that one. I didn't get to catch a race, but I will watch highlights later. I think that's pretty cool racing downtown Las Vegas. How was the course?
I thought the course was awesome. As usual, you have 2 long straights and 2 technical areas,
Mm-hmm.
and it worked out beautiful. Great passing.
Oh yeah,
Always the passing is set up with the how you say it, the automatic advantage going to the guy behind because his rear wing gets opened up and he gets about 18 miles an hour push because the rear wing's not up. So
nice.
it really makes overtaking pretty easy. But it was good racing. It was a good show. Let's put it that way. It was a great show.
What Vegas does, right?
They had a miraculous last lap pass for second place. So that made the show all the better. The amazing thing is that Max Verstappen has poo-pooed Las Vegas. I mean, he doesn't like the course. He doesn't like Max is just an unhappy individual, I guess is the best way to explain it.
Well, he is German. Just saying, you guys tried to rule the world twice and it didn't really work out. And I think there's still some bitterness in there.
I think he should have taken a hint, but anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's beside the point. But it was a very the setting was unbelievably attractive. The racing was F1 racing. However, that last lap pass was awesome. Well, we'll talk about it when we get down to there.
Cool beans. All right. Coming in the last minute. Wakes up every morning pissing excellence. He's also my co-host on the bar we catch every Saturday night right here on VRR at 2100 Eastern Standard Time ish. Started a little late today, started a little late yesterday. It's becoming a trend. But we had a great show last night. We had Lilith Grant on with us, creator of the Little Ranks Facebook page. She's a United States Marine Corps veteran, so she's a pretty funny gal, and I always like hanging out with her. It actually ended the show with me and 2 chicks.
Yeah.
Woo! Thousands of miles away from me, but still. Saying no. It was a good time. I love those girls. They're great. By the end of the show, they were both laying on the couches with blankets. Just
are you saying you put them to sleep?
No, I think they were trying to give me hints like wrap it up, motherfucker. You're fucking hammered. You're hammered. Well, Saturday nights I don't even bother. I just I have a makeshift bed down next to my studio over here.
Yeah.
With like 3 blankets on the ground and a pillow and another blanket for on top, and I just go to sleep there. And I wake up in the morning at 5 or 6 or something. I get up and I go back in my regular bed, and I don't wake up. I don't wake the baby up. I don't wake Michelle up. I'm not, I may be sleeping there tonight. I don't know. It just is what it is, man. All right. Without further ado, he's a United States Naval veteran and Fleet Marine Force Corpsman, hence the title and call sign Devil Dog. Please welcome to where we worship at the altar competition. We're grown men and women, play with balls, drive around in circles, beat the shit out of each other. Devil Dog. Hey, nice hat.
Hey, thank you. All I know is Max no likey, he don't do well. Max, he don't do well.
Yeah.
And wow, the 2 courses he got his ass handed to him on, he didn't do too good on.
Absolutely, Brian. Thanks for tuning in. Absolutely. Always do. Always do. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming in and checking the show out and putting that up there for us so we can get it out there. Nicely done, dude.
Danica Patrick handled that course in a freaking Aston Martin SUV like a champ. So if she can do that in high heels and she got out of the car in high heels, what's Max's bitch?
who was riding with her? I can't remember. Saying, I can't take this in high heels.
Yeah, he kept looking at her, going, "You're doing this in high heels?"
Not the fact you're sitting next to. Oh God, I just.
No, but
Oh,
no. The best part about that whole thing was
she's so
the dude that was riding shotgun drove her first,
Yeah,
so she got to see the course,
right.
and she goes, "You're only
And
doing."
then sat down next to her when she did it. That would be scary.
And he even she looks at him and goes, "You're doing this at 120?" He gets in the car and he goes, "Well, I didn't know the SUV could go this fast." She's doing like 200, 210, drops it down to like a good night, like 160. And he goes, "I didn't know an SUV could do this." She goes, "Martin, it's supposed to be fast."
Like I said, it was a great show. The race was but it was a great show.
You had me at Danica Patrick in high heels. Like, that was the strongest handshakes I've ever gotten from a woman, and I was instantly mad, head over heels in love. I'm like, oh, this girl could turn me into a gangster. This is a girl. Like, just you gotta go out and just get it every day, or she's gonna beat your ass for it. Like, you can't be lazy with a woman like that. Period.
I don't know if they were trying to hint that she was single and horny.
No.
I mean, like every chance they got, it was. There's a silhouette photo of her. Walking away. There's a picture of her. Even showed the ring finger multiple times. There's no ring.
No.
Even one of the guys.
How rich sports analysts date or say they're available.
She had a living boyfriend for her.
Are you single? Are you dating anybody? Is there a racer you're interested in?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
no.
like I said, she's had a living boyfriend for a number of years, but they may have split up, but maybe that's why they were hinting at it.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's not like she's not wealthy or anything.
And
She has her own line of wine. She sells clothing. She does all kinds of crazy shit. So
she jumps in the
okay.
Martin, and the guy goes, "Well, I can tell you've raced before." And over at him, he goes, "You think?" And I'm like, "Well, good thing she didn't ask if you're a Bears fan or not." That's great.
Oh,
yeah, I told you it was a great show. It just as a race, it was not that great.
And the only person that bitched was Max Verstappen. Oh, I'm sorry, because Red Bull didn't do well in that race.
No, Red Bull did very well in the race. It's just that Max was not happy because he was in Vegas and he wasn't the big deal.
Oh,
he did wear a Elvis uniform, but that's beside the point.
Oh yeah, and one thing I did thought was hilarious. They didn't hype up Max as much. They hyped up freaking Hamilton, Max's race partner.
Yeah.
And the Irish Mexican.
The Irish Mexican. Oh God, now I don't know who we're talking about there, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, you do.
Pablo O'Ward.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The proof positive the Irish have shaked their way into every single continent. Pato O'Ward. Somebody's Irish. I'm guessing Daddy.
Well, but Pablo comes from some money, that's for sure.
And they plugged that Ferrari movie every chance they.
Oh yeah. Oh, they want to make sure that those racing fans go. Make sure they get there. Sorry, I'm multitasking, guys. I apologize. I'm trying to figure out how to change the playoff structure, playoff games for our fantasy football.
Well, that's okay. I'm going down. I'm going down today.
Yeah.
Pterodactyl has whooped my butt again.
The only time you can ever say this is when it's fantasy football, right? I'm beating the shit out of my wife. It's bad. It's
Well,
fucking bad.
and she
And
lost her quarterback.
Yeah,
And
she lost her quarterback
this
for the
week,
year.
so,
I told her to pick another one up as a backup to play matchups, you know, because
yeah.
she's got Geno Smith. I told her to pick up another one. She hadn't done it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel a little bad. I'm putting smack down, and it's just like I looked at the last. It's just hey, what's going on, Bill?
Hey,
How you doing, man?
I hate to do this. We're glitching.
Hmm.
I tried.
Mm.
I am trying. So I'll keep trying to come back.
You sound fine to us.
Yeah.
No, I'm glitching on my end.
Oh,
So
well, that's okay. We don't care.
no,
Yeah.
I for video purpose. So
It's fine. Look, your video is fine too. Yeah, don't worry about it. You can't leave because
Yeah.
I'm supposed to smoke a cigarette here in a minute. So
Yeah. John will tell you if I don't see something, if I see something that is not right, I let you know.
yes,
I badgered poor John about his microphone, and now he's got it working beautifully. So we're in great shape.
He got a face protector over the microphone.
yeah.
Well, that's only if you don't spit at the microphone, you don't need it.
I thought I was just overloading it, being so close and talking so loud and forceful a lot, like I do, because somebody else that is my father. That's how he speaks, and you have your mic 2 feet away, and I had mine 6 inches.
Yeah.
And then 2 at sometimes. I think I was just blowing it out.
Yeah.
And as soon as I put this in front of it, nothing. Everything was fine.
Really? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
you
saying it was clipping you. I didn't think the microphone was able to clip you, but apparently it is.
Yeah, that's what it was. Is I found this that you sent as a Christmas present last year, and I never used it.
Yeah,
and because I never had any problems. But then I readjusted the arm on my thing. I got to be a little closer to my mouth, and it just went off the rails. Hey, Bill, thanks for tuning in, man. If you don't have a RoboCall, Bill, go get one. Go search us, Vet Revolt Radio. Follow us there. Give us thumbs up. Leave comments on the videos. We really, really, really appreciate it. I'm gonna have a fellow Aussie. He was supposed to be on last Saturday night. He'll be on next Saturday night. One of my good old friends, Bionic, Australian tanker, who's a double amputee, and he's still a gangster. I'm happy after Aussies beat Indian World Cup cricket. Hey, good job. Good job. All right. So without further ado,
is he related to Father Bill?
No.
Okay, I was just wondering.
No, he's the outback boy on a farm in Australia.
Okay. I meant, remember what the heck was the name of the movie? The shrimp harvester, Lieutenant Bill. That's what it was. From Forrest Gump.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. That's what it is.
Holy shit! You were so far off.
Well, yeah, I was. That's okay. What is that behind you? Your left window or your left shoulder?
What's that? Oh, this?
Yeah, what is that?
That's a James exclusive, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I was wondering what it was.
Yeah.
He's gave it to me. Talented.
His daddy. You know, I'm like, okay, so you did it for me. He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, man. Well, I'll put it on my show. Kyle left when I was going to go take a cigarette break. Dock his pay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make it without one, man. I'm actually literally right now looking for sports church highlights and videos I could play. I got to give you admin access to all this stuff so that you can do this when we're this shorthanded. You know what I mean? It's not really that hard. All right. Anyways, do you have any slides or anything for me?
No slides because F1 doesn't let you use slides. F1 allows you to play stuff on YouTube, but doesn't allow you to copy it.
So
it allows you to copy it all you want. It just won't allow you to play it once you copy it. I had a really good set of videos.
Yeah.
Of Max Verstappen getting past.
Oh yeah.
And then the pass for the lead at the very end, where Charles Leclerc passed Sergio Perez on the very last lap, probably before the very last turn. Perez made a pass and got it all edited together and went to copy it over to the slide system that we use.
Mm-hmm.
And they won't let you do that. It's got to be played on YouTube or nowhere.
So can we play on YouTube on this show?
Well, yeah, but I'd have to find a way to transfer this. I don't know how I transfer it to you, let you play it.
Just look it up right now.
Play it in YouTube. So if I could copy it and post it to YouTube, and then you could bring it up in YouTube and play it, but I don't know how to do that.
Why don't I just find something on YouTube and play it?
Well, I mean, there's an 8-minute. There you go, 8 minutes of F1. You can play that, and it's on YouTube. It's the highlights from last night. 1 o'clock last night, by the way. They all week long they've been posting shit about 1:30, and then they start the thing at 1 o'clock. Fortunately, I looked in a half hour early, and there it was.
All right, I found it.
All right. Well, anyway, the reason why I said it wasn't all that exciting of a race is that Max Verstappen pushed Charles Leclerc off the track on the very first turn.
Ooh.
All right. And so he picked up a 5-second penalty, which he served when he did the first pit stop.
Yeah.
And then he came all roaring all the way back. And Sergio Perez was in the lead at the time. That's his teammate. And he climbed up and passed Sergio Perez. And that put Charles Leclerc in fourth place, and third place, Sergio Perez in second. And then at the very last lap, Charles Leclerc made a really good passing move to pass Verstappen. There you go.
All right. Well, this will give me an opportunity to go smoke a cigarette.
Well, yeah, make sure you get the audio.
Do you want me to kill the audio?
No, put the audio on.
Okay.
They're probably going to fine us for this, but this is okay.
Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
It is showtime. Our Saturday night fight is 5 lights away. And Formula One goes racing on the streets of Las Vegas with Charles Leclerc cutting across Max Verstappen, who is on the dirty side. The top two go off the road. Do they open the door for George Russell? Massive spin in the middle of the pack as well. Max Verstappen takes the lead in the opening 200 meters of the Grand Prix, but he was deep into the first turn as he did so. Cars absolutely everywhere. Russell is in third. Gasly is in fourth. Kevin Magnussen has improved a couple of positions as we have the yellow flag out in sector 1. Sainz is at the back. Bottas and Alonso were involved in that as well.
Decent enough getaway initially from Charles Leclerc, but he glances in the mirror, realizes he has to go defensive, and he's at the mercy of the line that Max takes.
This needs to be addressed now. He wasn't in front at the apex, and he pushed me wide. So he needs to give that position back.
He's just wrong place, wrong time. Does get tagged in the back as well.
So they're fighting for space, but no idea of grip levels at this stage, and that is why he needed the nose change.
So let's see what happens to Carlos. You're going through all that oil dry.
Oh, he tags Lewis.
Yeah, he just went in too deep.
The stewards are looking at lap 1, turn 1. It's under investigation as a result. And who's gone off the road in the background there?
Lando Norris, I think. It's the McLaren.
And Lando Norris goes off the road at turn 12. And that is a strange one. Now, let's see if Hamilton can go around the outside. It would be a great move if he manages it, and he does so. Up to 11th place. Those soft tyres not working on the AlphaTauri. Max Verstappen is given the 5-second penalty for forcing another driver off the track. Sergio Perez, who loves a street circuit. 5 of his 6 Grand Prix victories have come at temporary facilities. That is opportunistic. That is brilliant from Esteban Ocon, who hard charges his way by.
As the racing continues down the strip into turn 14.
And it's getting very, very, very tight, no matter where you look on track. Oscar Piastri has got up to 7th position. And then we go driver's eye view. Piastri trying to fight by. This is Lewis Hamilton trying to charge past Logan Sargent as well, and he does so. Max Verstappen with his mirrors full. 1.2 miles, flat to the floor, in the wheel tracks. He's been called to the pits. Charles Leclerc doesn't know that. He's going to try and pull the move now. The Scarlet Ferrari to the inside. Charles Leclerc takes the lead of the Las Vegas Grand Prix. It's game on at the front of the field like we haven't seen for so long in Formula One. And the crowd adoring that moment. Diving down the inside of the Australian driver. Piastri trying to hang on to it. That enough to puncture the tyre. Sparks out the back of Piastri's car.
That does sound like Hamilton. Yeah,
he's lifting.
He is really in a bad way here with this puncture.
Perez on that hard tyre, attacking now with DRS. And Perez taking the position away then.
Oh, is he going to try it on the inside here? Into turn 12.
Oh, it's going to be contact, and it is contact. Max Verstappen into the side of George Russell. He was committed, and in turn 12, the two of them come together. And so that is a massive benefit for the man who's put one of his best stints together of the entire season. And Sergio Perez gets a 2.4 second stop and is suddenly a contender.
Yeah, absolutely. He almost took his front jack man with him. He was so electric away from that pit stop.
Penalty for Russell for causing a collision is the verdict of the stewards. And we're back to racing speeds around Formula One's newest venue that is providing so much by way of entertainment. And Pierre Gasly worried Sergio Perez into a defensive shape. That's Fernando Alonso to the inside of Logan Sargent, and he's making 11th place with that move. But the rear of the car very nearly getting away from him when he applied the power. Another move around the outside. We've got the Haas trying to go past Daniel Ricciardo, and that is a sweet pass once again for Nico Hülkenberg. Late on the brakes, and later still for Oscar Piastri, who makes the corner, who makes the place, and takes third.
DRS is open again.
This is the best run so far for Sergio Perez. Sergio Perez to the apex first. Sergio Perez to the lead of the Grand Prix. Having started in 11th, he had the run, he had the DRS, and the fans in the grandstand love another pass because we've got a third race leader tonight. These two are side by side, but not for much longer. The two teammates battling it out, and Esteban Ocon deep into turn 1. Gasly sweeps on by. Great racing between these two. Nervy moments on the pit wall for Alpine. These two have history this season back in Australia where they collided after a great run.
Okay, Esteban, we want to hold position for the moment. Please hold position for the moment.
Esteban Ocon going all in Vegas and taking 5th place.
So he is pushing hard on those tyres. And Charles Leclerc
going to the inside. I was going to say if he's going to take a risk, there's a chance. So I think Perez might have been caught by surprise. Another change of lead in Las Vegas. Are we about to resume the battle between Leclerc and Verstappen? The 3 race leaders in your picture at the moment, but is it a change of position between the 2 Red Bulls as we go over the bumps? And it's Max Verstappen who takes 2nd place in the race. There's a real opportunity now for Max Verstappen, and Charles Leclerc knows it. Driving on the mirrors now, checking the left one, checking the right one, trying to keep the world champion behind. We go down the strip. We're going to get another change of lead. Max Verstappen takes the place back, but look at how brave on the brakes Charles was, but he couldn't close the door. Verstappen takes the lead back once again. This race completely changed by the full safety car. There's a big opportunity now for George Russell, who appears in your picture ahead of the Williams. Nothing Alex Albon could do, and that is a good pass as we move our way through there. Was very nearly another one. Leclerc would desperately love to make that pass. Can he sit there for the remaining laps? And that's a wide moment for the Williams driver. And disappointment for Alex Albon, who sees first Russell, then Sainz, then Alonso overtake him, and he drops out of the points. we're understandably focusing on the battle for second place at the moment, but Gasly has George Russell right behind him off the road. Goes Charles Leclerc at turn 12.
He's been brave on the brakes, but on this occasion, just a bit wide on turn-in. Wheel-to-wheel action here.
This is so quick through 17. That is unbelievably brave. We've been waiting to see two drivers go wheel-to-wheel through there. This is the last real corner on the racetrack. It's flat to the floor by the time that you get out of 14, 15, and 16. Charles Leclerc's going for it to the inside. Has he got the car slowed down? What a move, Charles Leclerc. Absolutely brilliant. At the last real chance that he had to make the pass. Checo tries to fight back. What a performance from the top three. Max Verstappen puts his name up in lights once again, and it's very close to the line. But it's Charles Leclerc who takes second place with a bold and brilliant move at the last real opportunity. On the last lap, it's 18 Grand Prix victories for the season for Max Verstappen, who wins the Las Vegas Grand Prix. It's one of those days where I'm being told to wrap up, and I just don't want to. A delirious Grand Prix of thrilling excitement. We'll see you for the season finale when Formula One.
So it was, it was an interesting race. It was an exciting race that last lap with no ifs, ands, or buts. And Lewis Hamilton was the high finisher at 7th place for Mercedes. George came in 9th, I think. I think he got the last points with his 5-second penalty for the accident with Verstappen. But anyway, to be honest with you, I didn't pay attention to the video for the look of Las Vegas, but it wasn't a very attractive racetrack, to be perfectly honest with you. The only thing that upset me about the whole race is that the announcers kept talking about the lack of grip. Oh, how terrible a lack of grip is. I'm saying, wait a minute. I don't care if they're on a freaking ice skating ramp. They got to control their car. And it's the same for everybody out there. So what the hell difference does it make? Speaking of difference, hi, Carl. How you doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I bribed him down. He don't like the basement. I think it has something to do with the abuse that he had when he was young.
Yeah.
But if it's me and I bribe him a little bit, he'll do it. But yeah, I brought him down earlier and he was shivering. I'm like, oh, dude, nobody's gonna hurt you, bro. Nobody's gonna hurt you here. You're good to go. But yeah, he buried himself into my chest cavity at that point.
He's a good dude.
Yes.
I that one picture with him with his head on Edith Bassinet just blows me away.
Oh yeah,
it is such a neat picture.
He adores her. I mean, he's cautious around her because he's a kid, and he got yelled at when we brought her home, and he wasn't doing anything to her. He was protecting her from James, who was getting crazy, and so Carl snipped at him, and James freaked out, and Edie did not. She's like, yeah, tell that dude to piss off. I'm fucking trying to go to sleep right now. Guys, damn. All right, so cool update. I got to see a little bit of some neat racing there on F1, and I love the night races, man. I love night races, period. They're just, I don't know what it is.
It was because Vegas is so lit up. It just they got a globe there now that is just freaking unreal. It is the size of a normal building, a normal office building, but it's a globe, and it's capable of projecting pictures, and it was unreal, just unreal. I mean, they ran advertisements on it. They ran pictures of the race on it. I mean, that's how wild it is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I wish I would have been able to watch it. It's pretty cool, but I got the gist of it from the back end. I'll probably watch it again for that 8-minute highlight later after the show. I missed most of it smoking, but yeah, I mean, still cool. It's Vegas, it's F1.
Hey, I mean, you got to see the two passes where Verstappen got passed by Leclerc, and then when Leclerc passed Sergio Perez. So those were the two things I had queued up.
Nice.
And then the obvious with the finish being so weird with Mercedes being so far down the line. It was Russell started third, I think. Yeah. Leclerc was on the pole. Max was next to him, and then Leclerc. But he had a halfway decent race, but he had that penalty for contact with Max, and so that dropped him back 5 seconds in the scoring, and so that almost knocked him out of the points. But I think he was able to score from 8th or 9th. I'm not sure which he was, but the fact that Lewis Hamilton finished 7th was, as a high Mercedes, was kind of bizarre. It comes down to, I think, 3 points. Not real sure what it is. Well, it's beside the point. The season title, constructor title, is very, very close with Ferrari and Mercedes right next to each other. Red Bull's is 100 points behind, so it's going to be a battle for the last race with Ferrari and Mercedes trying to put who's going to take up second place, and that's probably worth about $30 or $40 million. The difference between second and third, so it is a sizable chunk. Let's see what else. The only other real news that was going on in the racing world was they finally came out with a tentative entry list for the 24 hours of Daytona, and there's going to be an unbelievable number of, I think, 6 or 7 IndyCar drivers are racing in the 24 hours this year.
Nice.
So it's going to be pretty awesome. Let's see who all is in here, other than the fact that Scott Dixon, is going to be there. Andretti's team is going to have Ricky Taylor, Philip Albuquerque, and Brendan Hartley in there. No IndyCar drivers. That's kind of strange. Marcus Ericsson is being added to the team, so that's pretty nice. The Whale and Cadillac, which has been a very unbelievable entry in the 24 hours every year. Tom Bloomquist is driving in that. Oh, that's the other thing. Tom Bloomquist is moving from racing sports cars, so he's going to drive for the team that fielded cars for who am I trying to think of? Max Pappas and Elio Castroneves. So, that's a big move from moving from sports cars into IndyCar, but that's kind of neat to see. Let's see what else. Anyway, it's neat to see. I think there's 6 or 7 drivers from IndyCar that are going to make the move. The move for Tom Bloomquist was kind of neat. I still don't know if he's any relationship to Scott Bloomquist, the dirt car racer, World Outlaw dirt car racer, because Scott Scott Bloomquist is quite the character. He manufactures his own chassis, sells his own chassis, and he's the true outlaw in that he only shows up when the money's right and where he feels confident, and then he kicks everybody's butt. He shows up maybe once out of 6 races, but when he races, he beats everybody. So it's kind of neat to see. But anyway, that's what's going on in racing. Like I said, not much other than the show for F1. They got a 10-year contract, and they're establishing the F1 remote office in Las Vegas. So I think they're pretty well committed to Las Vegas if they're going to establish an office out there. Because you got the 3 races in United States. You got Miami, Circuit of Americas in Austin, and then now you got Vegas. So they have to establish an office. I guess that's the best way to explain it.
All right. There you go. A little bit of breaking news from the Terminal Lance in the Great White North. Mr. Chris Benoit balls. 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan told reporters that safety Tolonowana Hufanga most likely tore his ACL to be further testing to confirm their belief. It's not good for 49ers D.
Yeah.
Didn't affect him today, though.
Yeah.
At all. At all. All right, so let's do some little NFL scores. I'll try and share this over, but you may not be able to read it because reasons, but I'll do my best. All right. So tonight we got the Vikings and the Broncos. Wow, 2 teams are kind of
Who does Sunday Night Football? CBS? No,
it is NBC, I believe.
Well, ESPN's got Monday Night Football, right?
Yeah, NBC's got Sunday night.
Then that would be NBC. Then has Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Right.
Anyways, I don't even have it. Oh, the line is -5. Denver, so over under at 42. So not expecting a huge scoring game. But to the games that are actually played, the Steelers and the Browns went at it in a high-scoring affair. Browns defeated the Steelers 13-10, despite the fact they did not have their boy, Mr. Rub and Tug. Deshaun Watson broke a bone in his shoulder. Good job. So he's done for the year. And more about another Ohio quarterback who's done for the year in just a bit. The Bears squared off against the Lions in an actual shootout. Very interesting. Lions were 8-2. The Bears were 3-8. And this was a close one. Lions won 31-26, but I think it was behind their really 17 points in the fourth quarter that turned the game around, I would say. Yeah, sure. Jared Goff, who we have tortured on the show as cotton candy pudding soft, 236 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did throw 3 picks, though. Good job. Justin Fields, 18 carries for 140 yards. He's the quarterback, and that's his stat line. Oh, wow. Anyways, to the Chargers and the Packers. The Green Bay Packers pulled one off. What?
Scary. That's unbelievable. How did that happen?
I don't know, because Keenan Allen crushed it on my fantasy teams. I do not know how that happened. But Jordan Love, 322 yards, 2 touchdowns. Justin Herbert, quarterback. Why are they giving him? Anyways, Keenan Allen.
How did they get? He had 3 touchdowns and 23 points. So they missed a point extra, I take it?
No, that or safety.
Yeah.
He had 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns.
Well, he had 3 touchdowns. They said Love had 3 touchdowns. They go, okay. That's 21 points. Then how'd they get to 23?
Love had 2. So maybe somebody else ran one in.
Yeah, I guess.
And that make it 21. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. The Packers won, victorious at home. Yeah. So awesome. It's gonna be so weird seeing the Lions win the division. It's gonna be like, what? Atlanta Bizarro World. All right, the Dolphins faced off against the Raiders 2013. Tua Tagovailoa, 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Tyreek Hill, my boy, my guy, 10 receptions, 146 yards, and a touchdown. Got fucking scared as shit. Came out of the game in the second quarter. I'm like, oh no, hand injury. I'm like, no. He came back to finish the last 2 minutes. He's fine.
What'd my guy do for my quarterback do?
I don't. Oh, Tua took 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception.
Boy, all right.
The next game. This is interesting. Did not see it going this way. The New York Giants face off against the Washington Commanders. Giants take that by a score 31-19. Sam Howell, quarterback, Washington, 225 yards, 1 touchdown, but 3 interceptions. That's how you lose a game. Saquon Barkley had a pretty good game, 14 carries, 83 yards. But yeah, the Cowboys and the Panthers.
33-10. My God.
Yeah, it was a whooping. Them boys showed up. Now I think they're 7-3, 3-3 away, which is, you win your home games and try and win some on the road, at least half of them, and then you're in the playoffs. But yeah, Dak Prescott got 189 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, good for him. You're still never going to win a Super Bowl. Just saying. Jaguars face up against the Titans. Yeah, how they score that many points, I don't know, but Lawrence passed for 262 yards, 2 touchdowns. My boy Entene, my running back, 14 carries, 52 yards. What is that? No touchdowns? Like, that's what that dude does. You get to the goal line, and you just keep giving him the ball, and he just always finds the end zone, like every single time you do it. That's his thing. He's not like a burst runner, go all the way, 45 yards. I mean, he does it on occasion, but anyways, he didn't help me at all in fantasy. Whoever had Kelvin Ridley was helped. 7 receptions, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. But yep, Jaguars crushed the Titans 34-14. The Arizona Cardinals face off against the Houston Texans. CJ Stroud, the rookie quarterback, 336 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, though. It's probably why the game was so close.
Yeah.
They kept giving the damn ball back. But Singletary, running back out of Houston, 22 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's been a hell of a good producer.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Buccaneers versus 49ers, this is really just, it was a slaughter. That score really doesn't show how much of a slaughter it was. Brock Purdy, my Purdy. Oh, he's so Purdy. Picked that dude up last year when the last quarterback of the Niners.
That carried you through the championship.
Yeah, it was like 5 weeks ago to the playoffs. And the last quarterback goes at Garoppolo went down, boom, and then the other guy went down, boom, and here comes Brock Purdy, man. It does nothing but crush it and keeps doing it, man. I love it. Probably go down as my greatest fantasy football pickup of all time. Like, seriously, it has to. Like, the amount of he won me a championship for one. He's got me in first place solidly right now. So that makes me nervous, though. I did that one year. I led the league in points. I led the league in wins.
Yeah.
And I got knocked out in the first round.
Yeah. I think you're playing for fourth or third place.
That was horrible. Oh. Moving on. I had to wet my whistle. Jets and the Bills. Thought this was going to be a close game. Turned out to not so much be a close game.
Blowout.
I'm glad I didn't start my Jets defense.
Yeah, I would say so. You'd be in negative territory there.
I switched to Washington, who actually didn't do a really good job, except they sacked the shit out of them. 9 sacks.
Yeah.
Washington got in that loss. Think about that. That's crazy. They lost by.
And they lost. That's wild.
Yeah, 9 fucking plus sacks. And that's just when I checked in like the third quarter. I don't even know how far it went. But anyways, Seahawks and Rams squared off. Nobody cares. They're both
the Bengals are in the Thursday game again, or is this last week? This is last week.
What's that? That's last week. That's Thursday's game. That's Thursday's game. We haven't got to that one yet. But yeah, Rams 17, Seahawks 16 in a Thursday night game, who every Bengals fan saw. Decided very quickly to start preparing ourselves to get hyped up for next year because Joe Burrow came out in the second quarter and felt the pop. And
how did he screw this up? Because apparently he was screwed up before the game.
Now, I don't know the whole story about it, but what I pieced together is, he was having some issues, but I think it was like up on his, up here, not necessarily like right here. He just had a sleeve that was, probably just trying to keep something protected for a minute. Yeah. And then I think he hit it, fell on it, got up, threw a touchdown pass, I think it was.
Yeah, it was a touchdown pass.
And then he said,
I heard he threw it because it hurt so bad.
Yeah, he said he heard a pop. And that's when I knew it was like, oh, no, he's done. So, I was joking with the guys last night about calling guys cotton candy pudding soft. Now, I don't think Joe Burrow is that guy. That guy seems like a pretty hard football player, but he has not had the best of luck.
No, he's not had the best of luck at all.
And I mean,
he's been hurt twice.
A lot of that has been the most sacked quarterback the last couple of years. Even at like 24, 25, you're still not indestructible. You're close, but you're not indestructible. All right. So the fantasy leagues. Gotta talk fantasy football, people. Man, I miss the boys. We have to make this right. It's weird. Just oh shit. Maybe not do that right now. Hold on. Just trying to change the playoffs while doing the show, but then Doc left and that became impossible. So but here, I got it right now. All right.
The Browns beat the Lions, though?
The Browns?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I just closed that screen, but...
Oh, that's okay. That's fine.
No, I'm pretty sure the Lions won. The Browns beat Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at stuff from Sunday Night Football, and they're going through highlights, and they apparently went to the Lions game, and then they switched over to the Browns kicking the field goal. And I thought it was the Browns against the Lions.
I can see how that happened. Sure. First game always, because reasons. It's my team, Taco's Ghost Monkey, versus my lovely wife and my annoying clingy pit bull. All right, so original projection was 163 to 154, pretty close game, and it could go either way. But Joe Burrow went down, as we were just talking about, and
she scored pretty good in spite of the fact she lost the quarterback.
Yeah, she got 10 points. I mean, it's better than no points. Like the first play of the game, that it was so funny that I didn't start Rodgers that week.
Oh yeah?
No, I don't believe I did. I'll go back and look and make sure. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit to it. But I'm pretty sure I didn't start him that week. I started him for my other guy, just because I didn't like the matchup. So I think they're playing Buffalo. Is that who they played? Yeah, I'll have to look into it. Anyway, so it did turn out that way behind Brock Purdy. He's so pretty. Got me 50 points.
Okay. He was rejected to get 18 and he got 50. Holy cow.
Yeah. Well, 3 passing touchdowns, 2 40-yard 40-yard completions. Yeah. And I don't think the one he threw one. I saw it come up and they're scored, and I'm like, It was a 38-yard reception for a touchdown. So when you get a 40-yard completion and a 40-yard touchdown, they both count.
Yeah.
So that's like a double win. And he threw most of his to Brandon Ayuk, who got me 43, Keenan Allen 32. Aaron Jones got taken out by some. That dude's always hurt. Just always at sick call every fucking day. And 10-8 didn't really do much for him. He's done that to me a couple of times, and then he's come through with like 45 points in one game and gets like 3 touchdowns. I picked up Musgrave because I didn't have a tight end because my tight end was on a bye. My other was an injured reserve.
Yeah.
Worst pick I made this draft was drafting that dude.
Well, but I mean to tell you, once you lose your tight ends, it's real slim pickings is what you can find out of.
I know for sure.
Waivers, my God. I was in the same deal. I had one on injured reserve and another one on a bye. I had to go pick, and I was like, oh my God.
But yeah, Musgrave did okay for me. He got just about what he was supposed to. Hill went off. This is the other thing. He left in the second quarter, hurt, and I'm like, oh no. No. Then he came back out and scored a touchdown. I'm like, fuck yeah. That's my dude. Like where he came to me, there was a chance in hell that I was going to get Tyreek Hill. Like, because I got the first draft pick. You know what what I would have taken for the first draft pick? It would have been him. It was my whole thought. Like, I want that dude. And he kept dropping and kept dropping. I'm like, this is insanity. This is like fate. Click. Got that dude. And he's been gangster ever since. Kicker was all right. Whatever. Fucking kickers. My defense was good. Yeah. 9 sacks, Dad. And you still lost. You know, that's the crazy part. All right. Next on to Blame It on the Crayons versus Doc's team versus Lunchbox Fartbox. This is over. He already beat him. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Lunchbox has a win that big? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Oh, that's the original.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The live projection is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got him, unfortunately. Now, Jalen Hurts could do some crazy shit, though. That guy's, Well,
he's going to be in the tie with you, isn't it, Lunchbox?
In a tie with me?
Yeah.
No. I'm
Point-wise, isn't he, Lunchbox?
I'm in sole place of first place. Yeah. I'm in first by wide margin. By total points scored, basically. Anyways, yeah, Lunchbox, I think he's going to pull this one out. Again, unless, Jalen Hurts goes crazy, which he could. It's against Kansas City Monday night. Like, that could be a pretty cool game. I think I'm definitely going to have to watch that game and just sacrifice the sleep. But, yep, moving on to Can You Dig This and Full Metal Vet. Original projection was pretty close, about 11-point difference. Live projection now looks like Nikki's gonna beat the Full Metal Vet.
Yeah.
Woo, dude. Oh, you're gonna drop way back with that loss, dude. Way back. He's done too, isn't he?
No.
Yeah, he's done. He has nobody else to go.
Why the hell are they still having live projection of 100? Oh, okay, yeah, 109.54. Okay.
Yeah, that it confused me for a second too. But yeah, so she's got Brown going, Hawkinson, the Kansas City kicker, which Minnesota defense against Denver. That's not a bad play. I think she's got this. I think she's gonna beat the Full Metal Vet. I can't fucking wait. That'd be hilarious. The message I'm gonna send them on Tuesday morning is gonna be just epic. All right, I was pulling for my boy hard on this one, guys. Like really pulling for my boy. It didn't happen. I even badgered this individual to unfuck his roster and straighten shit the fuck out. He did. Didn't really help him all that much. I got him like 7 points more than he would have.
Well, he's got what, a kicker left?
Yeah, he's got a kicker and a quarterback. Yeah.
All right.
And Combat Santa's got Swift going for Philly and Travis Kelce going for Kansas City. So it's, yeah.
Yeah, but you never know with Kelce. Kelsey could score 200 points himself.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's smoke Pook. But if he has a bad game or gets hurt,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's sucked when you play somebody with like a very important skill player, and you got their quarterback, and it's like fuck. Like every time we score a touchdown, you're like, damn it. So did he though? Like,
yeah, right. Yeah. If you got the quarterback and they got the receiver,
Yep. Catching up with the comments. NBC has night games. Oh, there we go. That's tonight's game. Green Bay played the Grey Cup at halftime show tonight.
Seeing Chris Collinsworth already.
Oh, yeah.
Diggity dog.
Joe Burrow with torn ligament in his wrist. Yep. And over that, Lions beat the Bears 31-26. Yep.
Yeah.
Week 1, you started Purdy. That's right. You're right. You're right. Good. See, I did. I put. I think it was just the matchup. It was who they were playing. Chris, who are they playing? Who are the Jets playing? I didn't like it. Like, and so I'm like, first game, new team. I guess that's like one of the most tough defenses. I swear to God, it was like Buffalo or somebody like really tough. And I'm like, nah, I gotta hold off on that when he plays like, I don't know, somebody that's just rubbish. And I did, and he got hurt. It was Buffalo. Yep. Chris called it. It was Buffalo. I'm like, yeah, I'm not starting Aaron Rodgers in his first game of the Jets against the Buffalo Bills. Like it's gonna be a rough day for that dude. So I'm just gonna go the other way. But yeah, I don't know. This who could pull this out? But the funny thing is, he's kind of handcuffed to him because Travis Kelce is Patrick Mahomes' favorite guy to throw to. So,
I wait a minute.
Yeah.
Did you have Rodgers?
John? Yeah.
God damn! You lose your main quarterback on the first game.
Yeah.
And you're still in first. Okay.
Well, yeah, I didn't start him.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Your number one pick, he didn't use.
No, I had picked him so late. Oh, I mean, I couldn't believe he was still there. I got Purdy before I got him.
Did you really?
I think it was a weird thing. It was like some people would say it was really dumb, but I reached way back in the draft to get Purdy because I knew it's still going to be a really good team, a lot of offensive weapons, and he's a very smart. I don't want to call him a game manager or anything like that, but he makes the throws and he directs that offense, and he does it really well. Can't run that much, but it's kind of like I don't know who to describe him, but I think he does a great job, and he's got so many weapons that if you get the ball to him, they'll do most of the work, you know. And they got a really good offensive line there, so that makes that a guy like that who's pretty much kind of a pocket quarterback who wants to be in there for like 5 seconds at most. So he can let every route do its thing and get the ball to somebody. And he just does great with that. So love my Purdy. Got to reach out that guy. Be like, dude, you have no idea how much you've done for me these last 2 years. Next game up is your mama Alyssa. That's over. J-Dub already beat her. Not even gonna go into it for other reasons. Next one is Oops versus Mar-a-Lago Raiders.
And
projection
did it again. He went up.
Yep. Looks like he got you.
The pterodactyl doing it to me.
I know. We
were matched up very, very nicely going in. All week long, we've been going back and forth. In the 145 to 150 range. Yeah. And we, it was basically 50-50 all the way up until the game time. And wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you had a couple guys excel for you. Your kicker, Boyd did not help you out very much.
No.
Either did Ingram. But that's welcome to tight ends.
Singletary came through pretty nice.
7 more. Ward had 20. Yeah. 28 more. You got -7 on that, -12 on that, and -6. So yeah, it you had a couple guys there, but when you put that 46.90 up, it was over.
Yeah.
You just didn't have enough to do it.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right.
So I dropped down from first place tie down to 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
There was 3 of us in a first place tie.
At one point, yeah. Man, I got knocked out, and then I climbed back up. I think I won my last. I don't know how many I won. I think I won my last 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah,
I do that all the time, every year. I started like shit, and the team I kind of figure it out and put the guys in the right positions and right matchups, and I start taking off. So, but this is the first year I ever drafted a wide receiver in the first round ever.
Yeah.
I was like, I saw T Hill there. I'm like, oh, gotta do that. All right. I guess the next thing to talk about is a little bit of baseball. We have some awards happen this week.
The most valuable player award going.
I made the predictions last week. I don't know if Pops remembers me making all the predictions, but I kind of crushed it. I really crushed
now
it.
you're breaking up again. What the hell's going on?
I don't know. We better now?
Sit back, yeah.
Okay. So for the American League,
you had Ohtani, or you had Acuna, right? But Ohtani you didn't want because whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, I had something against him. I knew he was gonna win, and he's gonna win. I'm glad he won. Something that came up last week actually after the show, and then I was thinking about this week, and I listened to a podcast to confirm it. I didn't realize or had forgotten that the voting happens before the postseason. So when people come into the argument, oh, look what he did in the World Series. Well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Votes are already been counted, sir. So yeah, it's I guess I just forgot that because it never came up in a discussion, argument, or debate or whatever. But any mess cider. All right. No big surprise here. Called them both. Garrett Cole, American League, Cy Young winner. Probably one of like 4 or 5 guys that are going to win the Cy Young award twice and not get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
For the National League, yeah. I mean, Blake Snell, who's going to get – he's not getting the best contract this free agency season, but he's going to get a good one for sure.
Move your microphone away again. You're breaking up.
Move my microphone away. I'm breaking up.
There you go.
Okay. Rookie of the Year awards. Again, pretty easy. Gunnar Henderson for the American League, from the Baltimore Orioles. National League, Corbin Carroll. Got 25 homers, 54 steals, being the first 25-50 rookie in MLB history. En route to leading the Diamonds D-backs to the World Series to become Arizona's first NL Rookie of the Year award winner in a unanimous vote. So, to the American League Manager of the Year. Don't remember who I picked for this one, but I'm guessing I landed on this guy, but who knows? 2 years after the Orioles endured 110 losses, Brendan Hyde piloted the Young O's of 2023 to 101 wins and the AL East title to become the franchise's 4th Manager of the Year winner. To the National League, definitely got this one wrong. Did not think Skip Schumacher was going to win from the Miami Marlins. And it goes back to that. I forgot that the voting is done before the postseason starts, so it's there. In his first year as a big league manager, Skip Schumacher led the Marlins to the 4th postseason appearance in franchise history, thanks in part to a 33-14 record in one-run games. Schumacher became the 4th Marlins skipper to be named Manager of the Year. All right. And we've done the Gold Gloves, and we did all that in prior weeks. But, yeah. So no huge surprises, right? Nothing that just shocks you.
So where's
I don't
Ohtani
think.
going now? That's
Well,
the big question.
The teams that are being alluded to are the Giants, the Dodgers, the Yankees, Boston, and the Cubs, which are pretty much your basic, top of the line spenders, or that have the ability to do so.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. When I heard, and I've talked bad about Shohei, which is weird because he's amazing, but I heard that the odds in Vegas just dropped about Shohei joining the Cubs. And I'm like, that's a possible. I mean, we could keep him and Bellinger, two left-handed power bats, and then we get a pitcher too.
Yeah.
$700 million is what it's going to cost.
Think it's going to go that high?
Yep.
Okay.
He's worth that. He really is. Ohtani had a meeting with the Jays last week. Yeah, probably because he wanted to see Toronto, and no other reason. Because there's no way they're going to pony up that money for him. No fucking way.
Well,
Not
you
happening.
know what, though? I'd be willing to bet that the government's got something into that, too, though. I'd be willing to bet that if they get serious about that, they'll be able to borrow the money from the government to do it.
Oh, God.
It's a pride issue.
I don't think Ohtani wants to pay Canadian taxes.
Wow.
So that would have to be put into the contract, and that would make it like $1 billion. The way they tax people up there. I mean, geez, you think you got it bad here? Go move to Canada, bro. See what happens to your paycheck. It's fucking it's terrifying. It's hard. Like I've said, he could very much stay on the West Coast and do the Giants or the Dodgers. I think the Giants make more sense, and this is completely stupid because they have the fence. They have the wall where they hit into the bay, and he's the left-hander.
Yeah,
who hits a lot of home runs, 34 last year, I think. And they've been in San Francisco been desperately trying to get a superstar.
Yeah.
For 3 years, they've come up with nothing, and now they might just go like, all right, we're gonna get him. We know it's gonna completely fuck us in the long run, but pay him what he wants. If you want to figure out the Shohei Ohtani thing real close and in depth, go to Baseball Doesn't Exist and look up his latest video, and he explains it all.
What is it?
How
Baseball
much
doesn't exist?
Yeah, Baseball Doesn't Exist. He's the number one baseball YouTuber out there. He's part of the Baseball is Dead broadcast about baseball. It's a podcast. Sorry, I messed that part up. But yeah, he breaks it down to something like $75 million a year that Shohei is worth. Now do a 10-year deal out on that.
Yeah, that's $750 million.
Mm-hmm.
$750 million. Okay.
Yeah. for a baseball player who's already had 2 Tommy John surgeries.
Yeah.
So I think what could happen is that say Boston or Chicago goes, hey, $50 million 1 year just to hit force.
Yeah.
With a club option, if you like it here, we'll pay you 70 that next year and keep you when you start pitching again. That seems kind of more likely because I don't think no matter how much you want him, even how much he's going to help you in the short term, if he's not able to do what he do that long, that contract's is going to sink your franchise. It's literally going to sink it. You won't be able to spend money for fucking 30 years the way they defer everything these days. So, I don't know. What else we got? Not much, I guess, really. Did the wars, talked a little baseball. I don't know. What do you think, Pops? You want to wrap it
I
up?
think we pretty well wrapped her up.
All right. I like it. All right. Without further ado, remember, never take a permanent solution to a temporary problem. There's tons of resources out there. I know it sucks to kind of go out there, but if you can't get on your phone and tap out to somebody, literally, come on, you can do that. You can do that. You can just start with a text. That's all. That's nothing. That's completely impersonal. You don't even have to talk to anybody at that point. But yep, same thing every week. Thanks for tuning in the show. Please visit Rumble, X, YouTube, and Facebook, and search Veteran Roll Radio and give us a like and follows. We appreciate it greatly. Pops.
I just say, you know, they've got this new Ask program going, acknowledge. It's just to make sure that you are talking to your friends, and if they got a problem, you ask them about it. And it makes a lot of sense. It's just not for veterans, it's for everybody. Not everybody has got their head together, and ask them about it, see what they're thinking, and go on. You just can't. You can't sit back and watch everything happen and say, gee, I wish I would have, I wish. So be part of the game.
Oh, nicely done. Very cool. Did not know about that. All right. So I guess we will call it a day. Possibly a new time slot next week. We shall see. The brother Bishop Pook Dawg was supposed to get me that info this week. He didn't.
What do you expect?
I don't know. I expected him to do that, and he didn't. So we'll figure out this week, or maybe a time change. But we'll let you know as soon as we come upon that decision.
Oh, was that supposed to be this week? I thought it was next week. Anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Yeah,
we missed the Pook.
Oh yeah, we love the Pook. Everybody loves the Pook. All right, here we go. Have a good one. Love you all. Thanks for tuning in and sharing us out. We appreciate it. Get on over to Rumble. Follow us over there, Vet Revolt Radio. Doesn't cost you nothing to follow. Doesn't cost anything to create an account with Rumble, and then go through the videos, give us some thumbs ups, make some comments. When I do see the comments, I can't see them live, but I do see them when I look at the videos later on. So, and I do acknowledge you. So, thank you all. And yeah, without further ado, James is gonna walk us out.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.